Hello, I'm Nick.
And I'm James, and the Oak Leaf Online starts right now.
You're watching the Oak Leaf Online, the student-produced media network of Santa Rosa Junior College and the Media 19 classes.
In local news, on the night of Wednesday, October 23rd, fires were reported north of Geyserville. Due to the dry conditions and high wind gusts, the fire eventually spread to over 77,000 acres, becoming known as the Kincade Fire. Advisory and mandatory evacuation orders were issued for the entirety of Geyserville, Healdsburg, Windsor, and parts of Santa Rosa. According to CAL FIRE, while 374 structures have been lost, the Kincade Fire is now currently at 84% contained. Here at the Oak Leaf Online, we'd like to thank CAL FIRE, emergency responders, and the Sonoma County Sheriff's Department for all their hard work. For an update on weather and smoke, let's go to Kevin for the weather.
All right, thank you, Nick. Like Nick said, it started on October 23rd, and at John Kincade Road and Burn Mountain Road, northeast of Geyserville. And as of this morning at 7 in the morning, the acres burned is 77,758, but the percent contained is 84 degrees. Let's talk about the rest of the weather for this week. So as you can see, we're looking at around the 80s. It's pretty similar throughout the entire week, but you are going to be waking up to cold mornings at around 40 degrees. And that is it. Thank you. Back to Nick.
In addition to the burn, California is now under a different type of fire threat. President Donald Trump has threatened to cut federal aid to the state. On Sunday, the president launched an attack over Twitter at California's Governor Gavin Newsom, blaming Newsom for not taking preventative action against the fires. President Trump argued that the governor needs to do a better job of cleaning the overgrown forest floors.
That's right. Echoing his 2018 tweet, the president argued that California should take after Finland's approach and rake the forest to prevent fires. The president of Finland denied and mocked this claim. In defense of California, environmental scientists have been quick to reply that the state is uniquely affected by the fast, hot, dry Santa Ana winds. Scientists warn California residents that these fires may continue to burn yearly as climate conditions worsen.
And if you want to be prepared for an earthquake or any of California's major natural disasters, we have a message from the J55 class on emergency preparedness.
You rise in the morning thinking it will be another normal day of getting the kids to school. Then it's off to Starbucks and on to work. But the day quickly turns into something else. In the political and financial worlds, this type of event is often referred to as a black swan. An event that arrives seemingly out of nowhere, causing a total breakdown in the safety nets of our communities. These types of experiences are both shocking and surreal, and sometimes dangerous. If the power grid goes down, your cell phone doesn't work. The ATM machines won't work. You can't call 911. You can't get gas because the gas pumps won't work. Your answer is to have a plan. The plan should be simple but effective. So what exactly should you do to prepare?
Be ready to receive information. And that information may come from your reliable sources where you listen to on a day-to-day basis, and those are the ones that you trust. So make sure that you're ready to hear, any sort of emergency evacuation notice or any sort of impacts of the disaster to your water source, to food sources, transportation lines. I think it's really important to be ready and to just make sure you have access to that kind of information coming from outside.
An emergency management specialist. And this person is dedicated to training our staff, making sure they're aware of our structure, what we would do in the event of different types of events, making sure we have inventories, food, water. So there's a lot of preparation that goes on, and that's key into the management, proper management.
If you're preparing for a possible disaster, a couple basics to have are just, having some lighting, some headlamps and flashlights, and making sure they work. Having batteries that work for them, and knowing where they are. Having a stash of fresh water, some water containers or bottled water stored somewhere. Having some food set up somewhere. We sell lots of the food at this particular store that's good for long-term storage. And then as far as something that's not an item is having a communicated plan of, what do you do if anything happens, to have a plan laid out for that so you're all on the same page with what to do.
Emergency management and response is a team sport. It's not an individual call. When something happens, the more prepared you are and able to handle yourself, that frees up the first responders that are putting out fires and pulling people out of debris if it's an earthquake or some other event that people need immediate attention and help. And if you are relatively safe and uninjured, the more you can take care of yourself and understand and assess your situation, not panic, understand how you can take care of yourself, that frees other people up to address people with greater need.
For an REI nationwide, we offer classes pretty much on the monthly, sometimes bi-monthly, on emergency preparedness in particular, but then also in all sorts of things related to that, from wilderness medicine. On October 25th, so next month, is our next emergency preparedness class here, and it's called Zombie Preparedness, Preparing for the Zombie Apocalypse, and it's an actual class. It's worth going.
A simple plan and some necessary provisions to buy you time will go a long way in ensuring your safety and the safety of the people you love. It will also enable you to further access the situation with a clear mind. In a crisis, we are all afraid. The situation is often chaotic and we have no real control. All you can control is you and how you choose to react. This not only helps you, but it is also a service to your community.
Planning is key.
And that's some good advice right there. I'll definitely plan my doomsday bunker with all that in mind. And finally, we have sports here with Nick.
Thank you, James. The women's cross-country team won first place at the Big 8 cross-country meet in Modesto this past Friday. Despite the rough training conditions, they were able to keep their spirits high and run their way to victory. The men's team came in at a respectable 4th place. Both teams will advance to the NorCal meet this Friday. And for JC women's basketball, Sacramento City 24 to SRJC's 84, and men's basketball, Sacramento City 58 to SRJC 62. For men's football, SRJC 12 to San Mateo's 24. And that's all we have time for sports today.
Friday, November 8th is Hillsburg's Trick or Treat from 3 to 5 p.m. in downtown Hillsburg, while Windsor's Trick or Treat, is Take 2 is November 9th from 5:30 to 9 p.m. If you wish to participate, please leave your porch lights on. And so, from all of us here at the Oak Leaf Online, have a safe and happy week. I'm James.
And I'm Nick, signing off.
This has been the Oak Leaf Online, the student-produced media network of Santa Rosa Junior College and the Media 19 class.